What is up, guys? I'm super excited. In today's video we will be installing this plenum spacer. I know the plenum spacer is really a must for the VQ35DE. The reason of needing the plenum spacer is because, as you guys can see, the plenum is on quite a big angle, so the front two cylinder is not really getting enough air. So yeah, that is the main reason to increase the volume. More air, more fuel means more power. This is a Motordyne 516 plenum spacer. You can get a 1/2 inch one, and you can get the angled one, and all that kind of different types, like different thickness. So the 516 is more on the thinner side. The power is more increased on the lower end, whereas the thicker plenum spacer will give you more power at the high end. For this car, I want to have more low end torque and power, so I think the 516 is going to work pretty good with me. Now the thing is, how much power exactly that's going to give you. I have seen people gain 15 horsepower just from the plenum spacer, but that is after a tune. So if you don't tune your car, you only just add a plenum spacer, you probably can only get like 5 horsepower or something like that. But generally your car will run a lot more efficient and just better. So in today's video I will be installing that. You guys can see I already taken out the airbox, the factory airbox. It's super easy. Just a bolt right there and a bolt here, and the MAF airflow sensor, unplug that, a couple of clips, and then undo the clamp onto the throttle body and that PCV hose, and there we go, the airbox should come out. So after that, what you want to do is you want to undo the vacuum line, and I believe there should be 18 bolts on the plenum, so undo all those bolts. And also there are a few plugs on the throttle body as well, so undo all of that. The plenum should lift up. One thing is really important: you do not want to touch those butterfly flap. You do not want to touch that, because if you push on it, you can mess up with the throttle body. Even though the battery is not connected, you can still mess up the throttle body. I've seen tons and tons of people, they put their finger in there and they clean the carbon and the build-up and whatever, and then after they put everything back together, their cars start acting funny, and it's not idling right and stuff like that. So you do not want to touch the electronic throttle body. They're really sensitive. Just leave them, and if you do want to clean them, I'll make a separate video on that. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and undo the bolts. Alright, now all the bolts are loose. Let's see, undid this vacuum and unplugged the throttle body right here, and gonna undo this one. And there are 2 cooling line that is for warming up the throttle body, I think. That is just underneath this plenum. So I'm probably not going to worry about that, because the cooling might spill out. I'm just probably going to leave it in place and see if I can flip the plenum up. Alright guys, so you can see I can lift up the plenum. Alright guys, I just drawn a whole lot of zip tie, so I ended up lift the holes attached, because it's just too much a pain to undo it and then redo it. So there should be enough room. Alright guys, now the spacer is on there, and here are all the bolts. Now one thing I like to do is I put them in position where you know which bolt goes to where. What I'm gonna do is, because the kit comes with these kind of plastic spacer, whatever you want to call it, it goes onto the you guys know what I mean, it goes onto that. So I'm gonna put those ones on there, and then I'm gonna put the plenum back and then tighten all the bolts. And also you want to take out this little thing, because the Motordyne will have a bolt to replace that. So it does have the weird top, which I ended up using a 4mm to take it off. So yeah, just like that. And also, when you put the plenum down, you want to make sure you're not pinching this rubber. Alright, so I just tightened down all the bolts. I'll put a Torx spec and the tightening sequence on the screen, and pretty much from now I'm just going to put a factory airbox back together and everything is back together. I'm going to start the car up. Hopefully there's no vacuum leak. No check engine light, that's good. Idle looks pretty steady, so I don't think there will be any vacuum leak, and I think she's running pretty good. So it is pretty late, and I'm probably going to take her out for a drive tomorrow. Maybe in the next video I'm going to change the belt because you guys can hear it squeaking. So the car does feel a little bit faster. I can't say exactly a lot, like how much faster, but my butt dyno a tiny bit. But yeah, I'm gonna drive my car for another month or something like that, and then I will give out a review on the Plenum spacer. I hope you guys like this video. Check out my other video. Check out my channel. There are plenty of, I said, pretty different G35 content, because my plan on my G35 is really I wanted to make it different. I don't want to buy, you know, the duckbill trunk, the static look that everybody else go for. So really trying to build this different and to my taste. So yeah, just stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next video.